Good morning, good morning. It's almost afternoon, but welcome in to Out and About with M&D today, folks. We have got the call today, so we gotta go. We gotta go check this thing out. Hello, Danielle. How you doing? Hello, Journey. How are you? It's been a while. What's everybody been doing on vacation? I got the call last night, late last night, so I gotta go check something out today. A friend of mine is out doing a little night hike last night, and they heard some strange noises in the woods. I'm doing great, Journey. Anything new with you? "2026 has began." Well, take your time and heal right. My only suggestion for you, time will come and all this will be behind you. Things will be just like they were. Probably going to be a short live. I'm going to go to the area where the noises were heard. I'm going to hike back in. I think I'm going to just set up a spot back there and kind of observe. So if I may just, if I got a good signal, I may kick the live back on and just kick back and set. I did bring my little burner with me, so I can have a little snack if I need it, and hopefully some coffee. We'll have to see how it goes. And they got out of there pretty late last night, so they wanted me to go back over and check and kind of look around for some signs, some footprints, stuff like that. Pretty excited about this. How's everybody doing today, guys? Welcome in, welcome in. And I will get me at least 2-mile hike in today, so there you go. pretty quiet morning out here. Everybody's still in the sleeping in mood. Chicken's Uncle Bob, how you doing? Welcome in. Crazy name. Where you guys from out there? Northwest Ohio here. Well, my uncle used to love me, but she died. Chicken ain't chicken till it's finger licking fried. Keep on the sunny side. My uncle used to love me, but she died. Washington State in the house. Gotta be cold up there. How you doing? How you doing? I'm sure up in Washington State, you guys get a lot of Bigfoot sightings already. One of these days, I'm going to wander around that area once more. Well, we're supposed to, everything above the Mason-Dixon is supposed to be all snowy this year, and everything south of that is supposed to be all rainy. It's supposed to be weird, but it's breaking that up between out west and here out east. I mean, the east has been hampered with snow here the whole 2 months now. Yep, well, that's where I'm headed now. I had a friend call me that they heard some pretty weird sounds. Last night, so we're going to go over and check it out and see if we can find some Bigfoot tracks. Yeah, well, we have had one good snow so far, but about every other day they drop about an inch on us, and I think by 2 o'clock today we're supposed to get another 6 to 8 hours worth of snow. We'll have to see how it flows. But I appreciate you coming in and hanging out. Do you got a YouTube channel out there? And it's a good thing to get your body back the way it was there, Journey. I'd like to see it warm up just a little bit. About 24 degrees here right now. Oh, Chicken Woods, yeah, I love that channel. I'm a subscriber to that one. Is she also out in Washington State? Coffee is tasting pretty great. Very cool, very cool. I don't remember whose channel it was I picked her up from, but it just seemed like it just kind of spreads out there. Well, that takes time. You don't really need to renew it and pay that extra money on your driver's license if you're not going to be able to use it. So I'm sure they'll grandfather you in, and you won't have to do the testing all over. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I mean, I see people on there just video squirrels all day, video deer all day. Why not chickens? People out there trying to film that Bigfoot all day, but he's not cooperating with them. Well, that's cool. Then you're going to have to change the names too. Farm girl in the woods or something. Pretty country out there in her videos. Now, do you want to get back to racing or you want to get back to driving the bus? I would take one or the other, not both. We don't know what the future may hold. All right, chicken, Uncle Bob. You tell the chick in the wood that we said hello from Out and About with M&D. And if you see me in her stream, say hello there. Thanks for stopping. Pretty bearing right now. Northwest Ohio here. How you doing, Patrick? We got the call last night. We're going to go check out where there were some vocalizations last night. Noises in the woods, so we're going to go out and hike out to the spot. I'm not going to give the location out, but hopefully it's going to be a great time. We're going to hike out and sit around for a while if I don't get too cold. Maybe brew us up a coffee on the little burner. Maybe even stir up some noodles. We'll have to see once we get there. Hopefully they didn't tell a lot of people and there's a big crowd out here, because that would ruin the search for the tracks. How you been today, Patrick? Good morning, Lauren. How you doing? What's up out there, folks? Chilly here in Northwest Ohio today. 25 degrees. Hello, hello. Hey, Stephen, how you doing? Doing pretty good, pretty good. Gonna go out and do a little scouting, a little listening. Try to find some evidence of things that went on last night. Good to hear. Where's everybody from out there today, folks? Say hello. And you remember me, I'm Mike, out and about with M&D from Northwest Ohio. Well, Nomadic, I got the call last night that a friend of mine was out doing a little night hike, and they were pelted with loud noises and strange events going on. So I told him I will go out today and check it out and see if I can find some tracks. Got about a mile hike when I get there. I'm going to try and sit up for a little bit, kind of wander around, maybe even warm up a pot of coffee or a little bit of food. I've had nothing but coffee today. Maybe I'll find a little evidence of whatever went on. Welcome in, California, welcome in. Yeah, I thought about headed down your direction there to the gorge or something today, but things just got away from me this morning. Oh, well, I seen JB's post come up in the scrolling this morning, and I watched about 10 minutes of it, him throwing that tent around his yard. And if I figured if he would spend more time setting up the tent than walking back over and looking at that cell phone, he might have got it put up, but I turned it off. JB with the big red beard. Couple of big eagles up there in that dead tree. 3 of them now. Pretty great. Well, that's okay. If they'd rather watch JB, that's fine. I'm not going to be here too long until I get out there and get hiked in, then we'll see how it goes. JB wasn't getting very good comments when I was in there this morning. There may be some wild turkeys out here. I did get some pretty great bourbon for Christmas, the old Copperhead. Haven't even cracked the seal on it yet. Yeah, it's showing 25 degrees right now, but a little bit of wind. You're back feeling better? Ain't it funny how you retire and you quit working the strenuous stuff, and then you want to go have a fun activity and you hurt yourself? We're doing good. We're doing good today, Steve. Yep. The secret elixir from the grandparents. there you go. Take your time, man. I think this may be the last hike I do in January. I'm going to get out and do a little walking, but I don't think I'm going to video. I think I got 4 videos to put out. That's how far behind I am on videos, but I got one coming out Monday, and I may do them every 4 days just to get out of them, but tell you, when it starts warming up, man, you're going to have to get together on a good place for maybe 2-night stay. It's got a lot of trails. Maybe probably the 1st of March. Well, I can plan that. Next weekend, my daughter's birthday, so it won't be then, but I might plan something for maybe I don't know how the weeks are set, maybe the last weekend of January, depending on the weather, of course. Hello, Blue. You're my boy, Blue. Well, every little bit will help. Help them out there. Sure, they won't mind a bit. I told my friend I wouldn't disclose the locations of this place, so as I get close, I'll flip the camera around and put it in my face. I should just dye my beard red like Jimmy Boy did. Nomadic, did he ever get the tent set up? Try and watch that journey. He's ice fishing. Well, he was in his yard trying to set up the tent. What'd he do? Carry it over to the pond or something? What a guy. What a guy. $8.22. I thought you gave your number away, Journey. I think the more out in the woods I get, the colder it gets around here. "25 degrees right now. The breeze has died down, so that makes it a little bit better. Now we got to go in the back of this farmland here. Like I said, guys, I'm not going to give out the location. I don't think I'm going to do a video from out here, but Northwest Ohio. Michael, how you doing? Well, I got the double socks, the long johns. Yep, see what I mean? There's already a truck parked up here. Not gonna be me, Kilter. Not me. That's what I told him. Don't start blabbing, telling everybody. I told him it'd be a lot better if there wasn't a big crowd. Hey, I was close, Journey. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. Maybe this guy's doing something else. Out of state or two. Crazy how you tell one person, then they tell someone, hello, Mark. Chick in the woods, how you doing? I was just talking to your niece, I think. Or your aunt. Chicken Uncle Bob. Well, we have made it to the location, guys, so if I could get all set up here, maybe I'll just take you with me. Northwest Ohio. It doesn't look like anybody has been here, but they got afraid and they pulled out of here last night, which I probably don't blame them. Oh, your uncle. I'm sorry. I didn't know who I was talking to, but crazy here. This is what I'm telling you. As soon as I get somewhere where I want to show you guys stuff, I start losing signal. And it's been a while since I've been here. Never been here in the winter time, but so we got a whole heavy backpack full of goodies, guys. All right, Nomadic, appreciate you. Yeah, that's crazy here. And it's like this, I can drive anywhere with a good signal, and then I'm like, hey, look at this, guys, and if I move the camera one bit, and then signal's automatically lost. But like I said, I'm gonna get out of here. I'll probably walk back and look around and see if I can find the spot where they were at. They said they left me a ribbon marker on a tree, so if I can find that, then how you doing, Daryl? So I will come back in when I get back there and get set up. Hello, roll call. Welcome in, welcome in. And just as I get to go out, more people, more people. We are going that way. I got a call last night that these guys were out on a night hunt, and they were pampered by lots of noises and thumps out here, so I told them I would come out today and check it out, see if I can find any evidence where the big guy has been, and maybe it wasn't a Bigfoot. We got a lot of these cryptic creatures up here, Northwest Ohio. And we have dropped to 24 degrees, folks. Crazy. Yeah, I'm thinking he's a pretty nice guy too. I don't know how long I'll be, but I'll grab a couple bottles of water there. All right, guys, let's get back into Bigfoot. Bigfoot hiking, camping. Let's talk about that. Appreciate you guys for stopping. So, gonna have to get out of here whether I want to or not. Chili. Crazy. Oh. I'll be back. I do have about a mile walk. Sorry to have my face so close. I can definitely see where people have been here today. We definitely ain't going to be able to sneak up on anything with the crunchy snow. Welcome in, folks. Welcome in. Welcome back, Steve. We have made it here, and we're going to try to keep the live going until we lose signal. But I think once we get back in the back where they're supposed to be, we'll try and set up a little bit. Just hang out and observe and listen. We do have a pretty good game trail. I'm sure there's plenty for him to eat back in here. Happy New Year to you, Steve. Lots of game trails. I do appreciate each and every one of you for coming in. How old are you going to be, Steve? But I try to keep the algorithm onto certain topics as far as hiking, camping, outdoor stuff, nature. So we appreciate all the comments we can get about that good stuff. If we can keep it about those... We're down, man down. If we can keep it about those topics, I would appreciate it, folks. If it's not something you want to talk about or listen to, not being rude, but I know there's plenty of channels out there that want to talk about all the other stuff. There was a channel on this morning that I don't know, I go through and I try and not recommend some channels for YouTube to share to me. There's got to be a billion channels of kids just playing video games. I mean, if you want to watch a video game, that's great, but not for here. 44, that ain't too bad, Steve. This is like the third time I've dropped this phone in the snow this year alone. So if you guys can recommend some good camping gear and stuff like that, I am trying to work with some people to get one of those hot tents like everybody else has. Well, not really. Nothing to do with video game. Hello, Jerp. How you doing? Thank you very much. Good morning to you. How's the new year rolling out, folks? I think the algorithm picks up on every New Year video out there too, which is crazy. Looks like we're going to cross the highway too. Crazy. So yeah, anything to do with hiking and camping, guys, if you guys got some recommendations for cool gadgets and stuff like that out there, let me know. And probably electronic gadgets and stuff like that too. You are 51 years old, sir. Hey, you're catching up with me. Well, you know, like mask, yeah, any items that make your camping adventures or hiking adventures a little better. Electronics, like these crappy little tripod holders I have for my phones and cameras. Seems like every time you turn or you move, they pop out of the bracket or fall off onto the ground, or they're set up where they hit the buttons on the phone, which start recording or stop the recording. Look how beautiful it is. I tried some of those masks, and it seemed like they always just kind of keep the sweat in my face, and then I would feel the little icicles trying to form on my nose. But yeah, I mean, especially that coat, if it keeps the wind chill off your face, that's a big plus. Good hiking boots. I don't think battery-powered socks is a good idea. Crazy out here. But yeah, I've had more trouble with the phone attachments than anything else. Slick resistance is good. And we will have to get up here on the back end and cross this little creek. Yep, there's the road he was talking about, just on the other side of the creek. So somewhere up this way, probably about a quarter of a mile or so, and you try and clip this back in here for me. Maybe that will help. Maybe it'll fall out again. And how's the signal? Pretty good still? Keep it warm, and the plastic bag is to keep the moisture away from your feet or hold the heat in. I know when we were young, we used to put the bread sacks on our feet when we'd walk. How you doing, roll call? I'm hoping your hours are building up there, man. I don't know if you got the message the other day, but me and old Camperman both, I run your loop for like 3 days straight. So did he. Oh, okay. Yeah, when I was in the Army, I don't remember ever having this trouble. Because we always wore the green Army socks. Yeah, well, it's too late for that for me. About 30 years too late. I just kind of wish I had this little itch 30 years ago, and I might have could have made something out of this. I would have loved to have a camera back then, or I could have filmed my adventures. Been pretty crazy. I do bring wool gloves. I have a thermal shirt with a hand pocket in it. I keep one pair in there against my belly. And then of course I have my shirt and then my jacket over top. And then one pair in my jacket pocket. That way if the hands do get cold, I can switch out the gloves. Yeah, I might have been Mr. Beast by now, you never know. I don't even know if that guy's even 30 years old. Probably didn't even have YouTube. I can see the tracks where they all trampled through here last night, but they told me I'd have to get off the beaten trail about a mile back, so maybe we're halfway there. Before the graveyard, they said. And there are birds, so that's a good sign that something big is not around. Nope, this is not a park. This is part of a forest system. It happens to have a trail on one side of it, but you are allowed to wander. We got several up here that probably a quarter-mile, half-mile trail back, then you can go where you want from there. Way in the back there is a boundary. This butts up against a state forest division. There's a big fresh one over, but that was down way before the snow. They said we could get permission from one of the farmers out here if we wanted to come back out and set up in the... He's got an old barn back in the field, but we can maybe set up a canvas tent inside the barn that would block all the light from a heat source or a fire or something like that. I do not see the ribbon yet. Welcome in, welcome in. Thank you for the thumbs up. See if I can get this thing to stand for a second here. Switch out my gloves. Or put on a pair. I don't have them on yet. A little crookedy, I know. Yeah. I don't think I've seen the sun but once in 4 or 5 days. It's almost as good as the giant redwoods. If you were really short, you could probably walk through there. Yep. It's even cracked on the other side too, so it's a 3-prong at the bottom. A lot of these old trees, and I'm sure once these farmers started opening up these fields and pushed all the water back into these things, that they probably just get too much water. I'm not an expert, I don't know, but I have yet to see a ribbon. Are you out to the cabin today, roll call? You got all the panels hung yesterday, didn't you? And that's the bad thing about putting on gloves, and none of the buttons want to work for you. Nice little tree here too. Wider than me. I don't mind the cold too much as long as the wind's not howling or we are supposed to get about 6 hours to 7 hours worth of snow this evening. I was kind of hoping so. I could go into work and plow and maybe take off next Friday for a 3-day weekend. Lots of down trees. Oh yeah, got those little grippy things on the fingers. I think everyone has left us in here. I can't even see how many people's on the number up there. Crazy. Plenty of game trails around this area. I see that. I don't know how much further we're going to have to walk. Lots of deer, lots of deer. No, no hunting. Icy back there. I think this is like 896 acres or something like that. Crazy. Llama. It does have a pretty wide trail though. But like I say, I've yet to see any ribbon on the tree that he tied up for me. I'm pretty sure I have went at least 3/4 of a mile back into here. It just keeps getting deeper. He probably did and took it down. Pretty good little game trail going through there. I don't know if you guys heard that or not. Almost sound like a log chain noise. Chit, 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 chit. You're making me scared, roll call. Hey, look, the sun's trying to come out. Oop. Slickery. Well, he would pretty much have to be waiting on me because as much noise as this snow was crunching under my feet. Oh yeah. Always do. Kind of like a cup of coffee. I don't leave home without it. Welcome in, folks. Thank you for those thumbs up. She just joined us in the chat. Kind of fresh breaks, but it looks like it was a little bit before the snowfall from 2 days ago. Uh-oh. Now we're in trouble, roll call. You see what I see? Somebody has painted the ground. Yep. And something took it. Off the main drag. That's paint, Nancy. We have to call it paint. I just heard that noise again. Well, seeing how it looked, it was already taken care of by someone. Hello, Crazy Nut. Yes, it is, sir. Yes, it is. That was maybe some of the crazy noises they heard last night while they were over here. And might also be the reason that There is no ribbon tied to a tree. Kind of makes me not want to go too much deeper, if you know what I mean. Hello, Lucien, how you doing? Nope. I don't feel that I should have that since this is a no hunting area. How's the signal? Holding up pretty good? Hello, Ruffles. I don't think there's any ticks out today. Yes, sir. Still in Ohio. I'll put on orange socks next time. How's everybody doing out there, folks? User, how you doing? Gotta be quiet. $25. I'm telling you, if I was a tick out here today, my little legs would be frozen off. Now it has all went quiet. I hear no sounds except for the highway 20 mile away. We get back to the truck, we're going to have to see if we can't find some rules on this place about the state forestry. Hello, unknown. How you doing? All right, Nancy. Thank you for stopping in. Did you go over and watch Jimmy Boy set up that tent this morning? Oh, Janice. Well, we had a report last night of a lot of strange noises, but we come over to town and check that out. But looked like there's been a few people in here already, and we did come across the paint trail back there. So I'm thinking maybe a larger animal, probably just a coyote or something, but looked like something was hit and something was drugged, so I wasn't going to follow it deep into the woods to find out where it went. Oh, we are almost to the Michigan line, Ruffles. That's about all the info I can give on this one right now. Maybe me and the guys can get back together and come out and do the barn overnighter. He has a nice thermal can, so maybe we can see stuff moving at nighttime. How was your New Year's, Ruffles? There is a lot of down timber back in here. Did you? Like I said, just all the noise went quiet. I can hear the highway, that's about it. But for 25, it's not been a bad morning. Probably afternoon by now, but oh yeah, the Michigan side got more snow than when Ohio did. The old sun is trying to burn through. It's not going to make it. All right, man. I think I'm going to head on out of this little spot and maybe go somewhere else. I ain't got the good feeling about this place, but I don't think it's anything dangerous, but maybe just the wrong time. Appreciate you stopping in, folks. Welcome in, guys. Welcome in. I can hear we're getting closer to the highway. Cape Cod. Hello, Lori. How you doing? Reminds me of the old song J.C. Cole. Well, yeah, that's what they said. They said they were bombarded last night with noises and knocks and thumping. So I thought I would come out and check for a few tracks, but I did not find the ribbon they set up for me. But plenty of other tracks and a paint trail that someone had, or something, got taken care of last night and drug out. So crazy. It's a long way back through there. Maybe I will. How you doing in Cape Cod, Lori? Step across this highway here. Well, there's another vehicle parked over there now. 2 of them. So, we are not alone. 3 of them. Kind of crazy that there was no one here whatsoever, and then when I show up, everybody shows up. I'm the life of the party, folks. Well, I think I'm going to shut her down here and we'll call it a day. Sometimes it can be, Lori. Sometimes it can be. Let me put you back on my face. And maybe we'll get a little bit of the drive out of here. Hello, everyone. I think pretty much everything on the East Coast has snow. More coming this weekend. That I will, man. That I will. Hello. I don't know. So maybe one side. Not quite as big as the other side, but we will get back in the vehicle and drive. I know I'm a good hour and a half from another state forest, but bear with me for a second, folks. All right. Northwest Ohio, Lori. Put a little power to this thing. Oh, maybe. Hang. Wow, I wouldn't have lasted long out there anyhow. Full charge was down to 40%. Now, if I don't lose any signal, we'll get out on the highway. Get you flipped. Yeah, it looks like a couple people on the other side. But we had no luck in our search this morning, but that's okay. We didn't see them, and maybe they didn't see us. How's everything going for you this year so far, Lori? When he saw lobsters on the roadbed, he said, I got a feeling we're beneath Cape Cod. Ruffles, not... Did you have the good stuff from down in Kentucky? That's where the good stuff is. No, not the good stuff, it doesn't. was born and raised down there. I probably told you that already. The 315. I don't know what the 315 is. Beautiful. I'm in the 419, I think. Oh yeah, lots of ginseng down there. We used to dig the sing, the mayapple, yellow root, all that good stuff. How are we doing, Sir Falcon? How are you doing? Are you still home on vacation? Little gas station up the road here. I'm gonna have to stop and grab me a cup of coffee. Well, that's all that matters, man. You survived, Ruffles. You survived. Did you make it up long enough to watch the old ball drop? Dad used to make it. He called it 190. That stuff would run the tractor. One of my daughters got me a nice bottle of old Copperhead. I don't think I'll even crack it open. Maybe the 4th of July, I don't know. You're on duty again, sir. Be safe out there. Knock them out of the air. You done your own ball drop off the couch. I hope this place is open. It looks like it is. I'm gonna run in here and grab me a drink. Preferably coffee, but maybe a Red Bull. That's new. You've never heard of Copperhead? It's a bourbon. Kentucky bourbon. Give me 1 second, folks. Keep an eye on the truck, would you? We made it. Hello, Karen. That coffee smelled a little burnt. So we had to settle for a Red Bull. That'll kill me even quicker. Hello, Karen. How you doing? Slow day everywhere. I'll take it. Now all we got to do is go back and take a nap. Us old people got it made. Ruffles, any plans for the weekend? Hello, Jeremy. Me too. Well, that moonshine will take its toll on you. Hopefully you got it all finished off that night and you don't have no more to do for the rest of the year. Hello, camper. Welcome back. Where you been all day? We just went out and done a hike in the woods. How you doing, Jeremy? Oh yeah. That's the good stuff. Well, don't try to light no gas here in the next couple days. They say that stuff will stay with you in your system. Burns on the way out too. Me too. Falcon, that's the only state I have not been to, is Alaska. As long as it ain't on one of those crazy cruise lines. That's why they call it gaslighting. Oh, that's what they all say. Wait till next year and it'll be, hey, what'd you do for New Year's Eve, Ruffles? And you'll be like, I got moonshine. They say the higher the proof, the better it is for you. The higher the proof, the better tasting it is, the less you feel it, and then it'll hit you all at once. Kind of like the first attempt at drinking rum. It was pretty much like drinking candy for me until I got up and tried to move. I'll never drink whiskey with Willie again. pretty quiet day out here today. Not a lot of people, but that's okay. Saturday, man. I might have me a little fire tonight if it gets a little bit warmer. I think it's up to 27 degrees out here now. There you go. I got one too. My daughter bought me one. The other daughter got me the Copperhead Kentucky bourbon. Oh yeah, moonshine's pretty cheap. Some places down there. A lot of places where we used to pick it up, they wouldn't let you buy a jug or a bottle unless you took a big swig there first. Bourbon has its special taste, I think. You got to get a liking to it. Yeah, I was always a Jack and Coke kind of guy myself. I preferred that over any kind of beer, but hello, Karen. Are you back? Welcome, welcome. Yeah, I mean it's pretty cool. If you get the good brand, you just can't buy anything that says bourbon. But we stopped and got a couple down at the Tennessee border there, Jellicoe Mountains. The old bourbon trail itself. How are you, Karen? Welcome back in. Not a problem. Copperhead. Happy New Year's to you. Any big changes going to happen this year, folks? What are we going to do that's better this year than we had last year? I'm going to try to be a little healthier, eat a little better. Oh, how's that going to be better? Well, congratulations. Yep, you don't come back from Copperhead Road. I haven't heard that in a long time. Of course, I hardly ever listen to the radio. If I did, I'd probably still stick with the oldies. Old country, old classics, old time rock and roll. Well, why is that? They don't like the guy, or they don't want to see you leave? How old are you? Louisiana got some pretty nice places. Nice and cold, that is. You're 65. Well, that's pretty great that your parents are still around. Oh, you're in Texas? Well, you're not really that far away. I mean, it's like less than a day's drive. But Texas is also a great place. folks, I'm going to